Hello! Welcome back! We got another video for you, and this one is special. I know I didn't release a video Saturday, but I want to take extra time to do this video because it's a special video, because today, April 17th, 2022, is my father's birthday. Well, his birthday is April 17th. It's not, he wasn't born today. But he was born 65 years ago, 1957, on April 17th. And yeah, so happy birthday, man. We'll see you later for some goodies and stuff like that. But I decided to make a video all dedicated to my father. He has been one of the leading roles in my journey through music. He's one that showed me countless acts, countless bands, countless amount of songs. He was always playing music. He was playing, literally playing music with a band. So that's a big influence on me. So he is one of my biggest influences in music, and he's also one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about music, because he raised me in an environment where there was just always music, and that's where I am today is because of him. That's why I'm in a band. That's why I love music. That's why I have a vinyl collection. So what this video is going to be all about is going to be about my top 5 most memorable music moments with my father. So there's been a lot of great moments. Had to narrow it down. Now during these top 5 musical moments, there's going to be like some of these moments are multiple moments all compiled together. But yeah. And to accompany this video, I have made a special little playlist. It's only like a couple songs, but it consists of some of my dad's favorite songs. So right now you hear Hawkwind going on. He loves Hawkwind. I'll have to get him on. You're going to have to come on there, Dad, and talk about Hawkwind and recommend a song, because they're phenomenal. And he's one of the biggest fans I've ever met. And he swears that this is the best live album of all time. And it's Hawkwind Space Ritual. So, if you're interested, go check it out. But there's also some Merle Haggard on here. There's also some Neil Merriweather, some Black Sabbath, some Rush. You know, stuff he likes. Not everything, obviously, because then the playlist would be like longer than all my videos on this channel combined. But yeah, so here we go. So, top 5 most memorable musical moments with my father. Now, this is in no particular order. They're all equally good. It's not like number 5 is the worst. It's just a top 5. So the first one I'm going to start out with is all the times that we've played music together. Mainly in Rocky River, which was my dad's band. And some of my favorite moments during that time would be when we're playing a song. We're in the middle of the song. And the singer, lead guitarist and singer there, well, not lead guitarist, but the singer, he kind of screws up, or he goes off track, or he starts a song that, he just kind of starts the song without letting us know what's going on. Every time that would happen, me and my dad would just kind of look at each other. We'd, kind of like, all right, let's go, and we'd continue playing, or we'd just continue on through whatever it was. If he'd make a mistake, we'd just plow through it and keep playing, because that's one of the things my dad taught me, was never stop playing. That's one of the most important parts as a musician, is never stop playing. Even if you make a mistake and you know it, the audience doesn't know it. They could think it's part of the show. And that's one of the things my dad taught me the most. But I put it on this list because there's a lot of times we played together throughout many shows, and I have a lot of memories. A lot of memories playing Merle Haggard too, so this is perfect time that this came on. But yeah, a lot of memories playing with Bob, the singer, playing with Rocky River. Ricky Hodge, shout out to you. He is one of my drum influences. He's greatly impacted the way I view drumming. And thanks to him, I'm probably the drummer I am today, because I got to play drums with the guys when he'd bring his drums and I'd ask to play, and that's like some of the first experiences playing live was with Rocky River. And yeah, so that's why it's in the top 5 musical moments with my dad, because every time I was playing with Rocky River, it was with my dad, and it was so cool to playing music with my dad. All right, next up. All right, so the next one, the next top memorable musical moment is me and my dad's solo trip to Ottawa. We went out. I'll be posting photos and stuff like that, so you can see what I'm talking about as it goes through. But it was our solo trip to Ottawa. It was back in 2013, the middle of July, and we went to Ottawa Blues Fest. We were going to see Rush. That was the main draw for me. We were going to see Rush. And my dad, the concert itself, we kind of split up. I was up in the front, he was away in back. But, we joined up at the end. We rode there together, obviously. How else would I get there? But we had a great trip. We did a bunch of stuff. So we went up there to go see Rush, The Tragically Hip, and Weezer. And so they were playing, like all those bands were playing, plus many other bands. We weren't there just for those bands, but those bands were playing, and those were the main draws of where we were going. And so, Rush happened. We were sitting outside waiting for the doors to open, and we were just shooting the shit and having a good time. The trip up there was awesome, a nice drive. We went to a couple of restaurants. We had a lot of nice good meals. I have a good photo here. I'll post it there. My dad at Darcy McGee's on I forgot the street there. It's one of the main streets in Ottawa, but great restaurant if you're ever interested. But awesome meals. We had a great time. We were camping, which is even better because camping is the bomb. I love freaking camping. And probably one of the reasons I love camping is because my parents love camping so much. But yeah, it was a great trip. We camped. We had a couple nights by the campfire. We also had some nights where we went to we went to Blues Fest and stuff like that. And we saw Rush. That was an amazing night. And then we saw the Tragically Hip, and that was the first time I saw them. And I didn't really know them at that time, but what a great show. We had a great show. And then Weezer was also really fun. My dad really liked Weezer. He knew them, but after the show, he was like, "Oh, it was a great show there." He was really happy that we went to Weezer and stuff like that. It was a great trip. So that's why it's on there, because it's always going to be a great memory. We're going to obviously have more memories together. But that was one of my favorite trips, solo trip. We went to the Airplane Museum, which was very cool, the Aerospace Museum in Ottawa. Check it out. It was just a really good time. So yeah, that's on my list because it's a great memory, and it was a great trip. And I saw some legendary bands, Rush, Neil Peart, hello, the drumming god himself. I saw him, and I was like, I'll get into it in an episode sometime. I'll show you the photos. But on to the next one. The next top memorable moment was when I'm pretty sure you bought me my first 2 records. Now, I can't remember for the life of me. I cannot remember the other one, but I remember one of them was Steve Miller's Abracadabra. You showed up, you put it in my room, and I was there, obviously. And you were like, here, have some records there. And I saw that. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, hey, Dad, you mind if I go raid your basement collection? Because he had 2 collections. He had one upstairs, which was like the stuff that he really liked. Downstairs was kind of the stuff that he knew, but it was kind of in a time where he wasn't collecting as much as he was. But he bought those 2, and then it just started this crazy thing called vinyl addiction. And now I am a vinyl-holic. I am a junkie for vinyl records. So it's all thanks to you, Dad, because I raided your collection downstairs, and to this day, sometimes I'm like, oh, you have that album? He's like, I used to, and then he looks at me because he knows that I took it from his collection. So it's always fun, but it's such a passion of mine. It's such a great hobby collecting vinyl. I love it, and I just want to thank you for that, Dad. I appreciate it, and I feel like since I started collecting again, you kind of picked it back up as well, which was kind of cool. So we kind of, both started adding to our collections again, and now I have over over 1,000 and what am I sitting at? 1,100-ish about now. So yeah, thank you for that. That's a memorable moment because that started one of my biggest hobbies and one of my biggest collections and one of my biggest passions. So the next thing on the most memorable musical moments with my father is bringing me to my first big show. Now, he brought me to a show beforehand, and that was Lorena McKennitt. So she was the first actual performance I saw, other than like bar bands and Rocky River and stuff like that. But Lorena McKennitt, he brought me there, but it was with my mom. But this was just me, him, my brother, and his best friend George, my brother Chris, as well. And we went to see the legendary AC/DC. I mentioned it on one of my music recs on deck. We went to see AC/DC, and it was at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal, and man, what a memorable night. We have a lot of memories there. Just the whole show in general. It was fun. We had a great time. Yeah, it's just a legendary show. Legendary memory for me. The balconies jumping up and down, and my dad's friend, George, saying, "Oh, are you guys all crazy? Like, what the hell's going on?" The whole balcony, it's concrete, and it's going up and down. I probably explained it a bit on my video there before. But the cannons were super loud. I remember the cannons went off, and we looked at each other, and we were like, "Oh my god, that was so loud." The fireworks at the end, those were pretty loud as well. And then the metro it was jam-packed, like sardines in the metro. And I just remember, like, Dad was like, "Stay close, because you don't want to get lost in this crowd." And it was a memorable night. It was my first big concert. And it's one of my favorite bands of all time, AC/DC. And I got to see the legendary AC/DC with my father. And that was a really good show too. Every show I've seen with my dad's a great show. He just appreciates music so much, and it's really cool. It's really, if you and your dad, if you who are listening, and you haven't gone to a show with like a family member, do it. It is really fun. Like going with your mom to go see a concert. Fantastic. Going with your dad to see a concert, it's fantastic because it's most likely going to be music that they grew up with, and then you can kind of see like the love and the love and passion for music coming out of them when they're watching the artist, and it's really cool to see. But yeah, that's number 4. It's not really numbered, but that's another one to my list of most memorable musical moments. Was my big show at AC/DC. The first big show I ever went to. So thank you for taking me on that one, Dad, and that was a great time. Now, the last one is a bit of a conglomeration, because since day one, since I got into music, my father has supported me. And he supports me in multiple ways, musical and non-musical as well, through like schooling and through other things as well. But he's always been one of my number one supporters in music. Both my parents, really. But anything I do music related. My dad shares every single video I post, almost every single video I post from this channel. He shares every single podcast I post with my good friend, roommate Dylan, DBD Grooves. Go check it out on everything, Amazon Music and Apple Music now too. But sorry, I had to plug there a little bit. But he shares every single one, and it doesn't like we only get 5-6 listens. Some episodes we get 10 to 15, depends on the episode and stuff like that. But my dad sharing it allows his friends to see it and allows more people to see it, and it really helps and it supports, and that's what I mean. And one of the biggest ways he's supported me throughout my musical career is with my band Queen Street. We literally practice in the basement like it's downstairs. He has no choice to listen to us, right? And he listens to us rehearse, and he always compliments, he's like, or he not criticizes him, but he's like, gives some nice criticism. Hey, maybe you should try this, or hey, that sounds good. But he gives his opinion on what he thinks, like what he thinks of what we're doing. But even though he hears it every night, whenever we have a show, no matter what, he is always there. Obviously, he's not. If we ever do go anywhere with Queen Street, which I'd love to, but even if he, he's heard us rehearse for 2-3 weeks, and he's heard all the songs on the set, he still goes because he knows that it means a lot to me to have my parents there, even if it's just one of them, like my mom or my dad. But it's nice to have my parents there, especially when it's my dad, because he's so musical, and then you see him watching, and I look out and I see him smiling, and he's just kind of grooving along. And that's the last show we had there in what was it, February? The end of February? No, I don't remember what it was. March 17th. That's what, St. Pat's. But yeah, like exactly a month ago. But you were there right until the second we finished the set, you were gone. But you were there for the whole set, the whole show, and that's what I mean. You've been supporting me since day one in my music career. Obviously, since day one as a person as well. You'll support me either way. But you're always, my number one support, and thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. And that's the top 5. That's the top 5 most memorable moments for me. I love you, Dad. Happy birthday to you, man. We're gonna see you soon. There's one I want to one honorable mention, because there's a lot of these nights. Since way back when I was living at home. Now I live on my own, which was I think that's helped our relationship a lot. Not being in the same roof, too dominant. Well, I'm not. Aries is a pretty dominant sign, but Scorpio is, we butt heads quite a bit when we lived in the same under the same roof. But I think one of the things I want to mention the most is all the times. It's an honorable mention. Is all the times that we just, have some beers, we smoke a cigar, and we just pass music facts and pass music knowledge and show each other songs and play each other records. And those really, it makes me those moments. There's so many, so I didn't put it because most of them are memorable in ways because I learn a new act or something like that. But some nights we get a little too drunk or something like that, and we we don't necessarily remember too much, but it's. A lot of those moments are memorable because, I learn a new band or I learn a new song from you. You show me a new song, I show you a new song. So, you love some of the songs I show you. You hate some of the songs I show you. You show me the song. You show me songs, and I like every single one of them because most of the stuff you like is what I like anyways, too. But yeah, anyways, I had to mention that because every time we're together listening to records or having a beer or just, simply talking about music, you hear this guy's going on tour or you hear this blah, 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 whatever. Those moments, it's music is our connecting point in this father-son relationship. Obviously, there's other things as well, but music is one of the main connecting points. From playing in bands together, to listening to music together on Friday nights, to going to see concerts together, to starting hobbies and collections. Well, you already had your vinyl collection, but me starting my vinyl collection together, because without you driving me to the record store, picking up records all the time, wouldn't be up where I am. And if I didn't raid your basement collection as well. But enough rambling. Thank you for everything, Dad. Happy birthday. Me and the kitties and Angel said happy birthday, and I'm going to post it right now. Just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday, Dad, and so does... Happy birthday! Happy birthday. Alright. And yeah, happy birthday. We'll see you later, and thank you all for tuning in to Tunage. Hope this wasn't a boring video for you. It's an interesting video. I wanted to do something nice for my father. Dedicate a video to him, talk about my most memorable musical experiences with your father, and go have memorable musical experiences with anyone you're with, family, girlfriends, your dog. I don't know. Just go listen to music with someone, or some, like a pet or something. It's just having a musical experience. Like, musical experiences can be so memorable, and those memorable moments really like make it more memorable if it's with someone you care about. So there you go. That's all. Thank you for tuning in today. We'll be back Monday, tomorrow, with another Music Rec on Deck. We have a special guest coming on. So you'll see who it is tomorrow. We have a special guest coming on. And thank you for tuning in today for this video. And as always, stay tuned to Tunage, because there's more stuff coming out every single week. Almost every single day. Have a good one. Peace. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy, 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 happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.